Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick. Welcome to Simpsons Arcade Game, a classic of the old coin-op generation. I fondly remember the days of going to the arcades with either quarters or tokens, depending on what arcade I actually went to. This was one of the prime targets. The X-Men arcade game was the other one. What else was a prime candidate for... my controllers are having problems today. What was a prime candidate for arcade gaming back then, aside from X-Men and The Simpsons? Oh yeah, of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That one I don't have, but the Cowabunga collection is coming out this December, so that'll fix that. For now, though, let us begin and play this game that is mostly inspired by The Simpsons visually. Like, it's basically just an excuse for Homer and family to just beat up people with a Simpsons aesthetic to them. Like, this, beyond that, there's not that much direct correlation. Like, if you're looking for a Simpsons game that feels like you're playing a Simpsons episode, then you're probably better off with, like, one of the later games like Hit and Run or something. But for now... Okay, what are we going to do? We're going to use the USA ROM. We are, of course, going to play on Unlimited Continues. And begin downtown. We're going to cycle through all of the family. I tended to... Who did I don't even remember who I played as mostly back in the day. Let's start off with Marge, because she is already there.
Marge!
And let us begin. Oh yeah, here's the story so far. Mr. Smithers is for some reason on a diamond heist. And Maggie gets kidnapped because of Mr. Smithers' diamond heist. Clearly that makes sense. I feel like this game is something that hasn't necessarily aged that well, though. Like, there are certain team-up attacks that are... when I say it hasn't aged very well, I'm talking about, like, from a technical standpoint. I do still like the art style and how well it maintains the Simpsons aesthetic, even for these characters who are not necessarily regular standbys of the show. And there is Principal Seymour Skinner talking to that guy who I don't remember the name of, the foreign exchange student. But, like, the technical sense of the game is very button-mashy, but even more so, like, more than most beat-em-ups. Like, this feels closer to, say, like, Double Dragon 1, where it's very easy to just give and take hits at the same time. Like, this is a machine that was designed to eat up quarters. Why, hello! I forget your character's name. I'm sure you might have been important. Now, if I just keep jump kicking, will I be able to avoid hits? Nope. Not that time. That's okay. Now, on one hand, playing single player means I won't be able to experience the fancy team-up attacks. But to be fair, the team-up attacks are very difficult to do. Something that, like, I want to say is something that me and my friends only experience on accident more than anything else. Ah, bonus
Drop
stage.
your balloon and go after Maggie. Ready? Go!
Did you enjoy hitting buttons for the first part of the stage? Well, now hit buttons again. I feel as though this stage has always been my favorite. Although I think that's one of those things that happens in a lot of games where, like, if you play a game over and over again, you're more likely to experience the first few levels more often than you will the whole game. Especially with a game like this that munch them quarters. And hello! It's Otto! And hello! It's Santa's little helper. I think. Or is Santa's little helper the cat? It's been a while since I've watched The Simpsons. Yeah. Oh. No, the cat is Snowball. And then there was the second cat, Snowball 2. After the first cat died. Yeah. The hammer is very useful. Possibly... Ah. Son of a... There goes the hammer. I enjoyed it while it lasted. Oh, is this a tire? I'll throw it around. Oh. Ah, I threw it at the wrong person. What happens if I keep hitting this tree? Am I gonna get... Nah. The classic Matt Groening, or is it Groening? I don't actually know how to pronounce his name. The classic, rabbit from his art style. Why, hello. This will not be the last time we will see that bear for some reason. Why, hello, Krusty. Oh, nope, it's just an enemy disguised as Krusty. Ah. Oh, I hadn't even bothered doing that. Nope. There we go. The closest thing this game has to a special move. That. Alright, almost ready to switch to a different Simpson. I might have always picked Homer if I had to guess. I've always found this boss particularly difficult, largely because it's very tricky to line up your shot. And also, he gets a lot of cheap hits on you. Whoops. Oh. Hold on. This was not what I expected. I might have to do something else to change my character. But I've got an... Oh my gosh. It is very tricky to line up that shot. Yeah. I expect I will have another chance to swap out from one Simpson to the next very sooner than I would like, necessarily. Because this boss is tricky, and I remember the next level, the graveyard, was always difficult for me as a kid. Like, for some reason, I remember enemies in that area to be specifically, like, that's when the game, like, really gets tougher. But the chase continues. Why, hello, frog. Ah. He was disguised as a ghost. Ah. Damn it. Ah. I will get you. I am... Oh my gosh. I wasn't wiggling the joystick or mashing buttons enough. Ah! Take that! Ah. I've always found enemies with sliding moves tricky. Although maybe that's because of like the Y signals from Streets of Rage. Like those sliding kicks always felt like they got free hits on you. Yeah, take that, undead creatures of the night. Does this have unlimited ammo? Oh, hello. No, it does not. Ah, nope. That was nicely timed with the music. All right. I've got an idea. All right.
Homer!
I'll just make a player 2 with a different controller and just let the first one die off. And then when Homer dies, inevitably, I can switch over to Bart or Lisa. Oh no, it's a ghost! And of course, as this is a beat 'em up, we need the inevitable elevator fight. How useful is this, sir? Somewhat useful, I guess? As long as it gets lined up right. Ah, nope, nope. I'm gonna get you. Excellent. Nothing like some barrel hot dog. Ah. Now a long time ago, this sometimes was the end of my journey. I would not say that I was necessarily poor, but as a child, I did not have a means to earn money. So sometimes I came under-equipped when it came to playing the Simpsons arcade game. That is one of the things I especially enjoy about arcade translations versus just playing them at the arcade, is being able to have that free play luxury. Like, I forget how much this game cost in Xbox Live arcade points back in the day when arcade points meant something. But I figured, like, hey, the amount of money I would have spent in an arcade just playing this once or twice, like, if I played through this game, like, just a couple times, like, it would pay for itself. Get wrecked. Ah, take that. And on to Moe's Tavern, where we fight the exact same enemies that we've already been fighting for a while. This game has a lot of color palette swaps. Wow, that was fast. Alright. Bart is taking on over. Let's see, what is his... Yeah, his special attack... makes a little bit more sense, at least. Ah! Sorry! I know that you're trying to do well. At this point in the show, you're still a drunk. Before you get addicted to coffee, which I suppose is replacing one thing with the other, but at the very least, you'll probably, like, if you're addicted to coffee, like, I forget what his name is. For some reason, all that's coming to mind is Barney Rubble, and I know that's not the answer. But, like, he's getting so drunk that he's just passing out on the floor, drinking the beer from the carpet. And then there's the episode where he, like, has his, realization that alcohol is killing him. What was the name of this guy? What are the names of any of these characters? It's been too long since I've watched The Simpsons. And he has that epiphany that, like, alcohol is ruining his life. And he gives up on alcohol, and he starts drinking coffee heavily. Which, that amount of coffee that he's drinking is probably not good for him, but in comparison... Ah, aliens. And The Simpsons from Konami. For some reason, all I can remember I can't remember his character's name, but I can remember Joey Jojo Shabadoo. Why, hello, random drunk guy who... Toastified? Is that even a word? Ah. I was hoping to lure out his attack. There we go. If I can get him to attack... Oh. Then that increases the chances I can get some free hits on him. And now we go completely off the road, off the map. Because a bear has shown up. I'm pretty sure the Simpsons references more or less stop for like a stage or two. Like the direct, because we're not even in Springfield anymore. We're just on the outskirts of Springfield. trying to find Maggie after... now. After she's been tossed in the air because Mr. Smithers was scared by a giant bear. You know, that bear wouldn't have been a problem if we had some sort of security to protect us from bears. What was the name of the bear task force that that Homer sets up? Right before Lisa sells him a rock that'll protect them from tigers. Ah, there. Never mind. There's the three-headed fish. That's one. All right. All right. Ah, damn it. You dodged the three-headed fish attack. Three-headed, three-eyed fish attack. Take that. Ah, Sideshow Bob. At least I remember one of these characters' names. Oh, this is where the bear shows up. Because we're just out of Simpsons characters to fight. There are no more. Although I forget which season this game came out during. I want to say this came out like kind of around season 2 or 3. So it's not like they had the huge cast that Simpsons eventually managed to accrue. Ah. Oh, no. I won't get smacked by rocks that time. Nope. He's almost gone. This is the... I don't know what's necessarily better. Enemies that flash as they get closer and closer to death, or just having an enemy health bar. Oh no, that was just an enemy disguised as a bear. Oh no, a waterfall. We've gone too far. And as if just going for a stroll outside wasn't a distraction from whatever plot is happening enough, let's just have a dream sequence where we fight donuts. Man, he eats like a pig. Nah, he eats more like a duck. I just realized for me sitting around talking about The Simpsons, I don't think I've quoted The Simpsons very much. But like, oh my, like this level feels like it's basically just, here, let's just have you fight the imagery that is The Simpsons. Like, if somebody looked at the intro to The Simpsons and was like, you know, that's all I need in order to make a video game based off of that show. I don't even need to watch a whole episode. Just show me that intro, and I'll just have you fight against all the random elements you see in the intro. You fight against donuts, nuclear power plant people, saxophones. Like, it's the greatest hits of just the intro scene. And I think that's one of the main criticisms this game has received over time, is that as a Simpsons game, it doesn't use much of the icons. Although, to be fair, it's like, this is also like a Simpsons game made pre-internet. Like, I would imagine if you're making a Simpsons game now, aside from the fact that the showrunners probably have quite, like, the show Bible to lend, like, there are a lot of easy ways, oh my gosh, to look up random inside jokes. Oh no, bowling! My ultimate nemesis. Alright. Ah. You... Okay, let's not just go back and forth then. Let's force it to come to us. Ah. I think this is the... Yeah, this is the first... Actually, no, wait, this isn't the first fight. The fight against the two bodyguards outside of Moat's Tavern would really be the first fight that really goes in phases. Which is interesting to have in this kind of game, because, like, you look at X-Men Arcade, and I believe that game, like, it doesn't really have any phases for its bosses. You fight the boss from start to finish the same way, expending your quarters as you go. Although I suppose it's not as bad as the Battletoads arcade game, which, in Rare Replay, they talk about the Battletoads arcade game and developing that, and how there's one for the final boss of that game. The final boss looks like he's taking damage for like the first 30 seconds or so, but he's not. He's just straight up invulnerable. But that's not communicated to the player, because like the game is just being artificially lengthened by you mashing buttons, thinking you're doing damage, but nothing's actually happening. Oh, I'm done. Ah. All right, we gotta slap ourselves awake.
Find Maggie. Ready? Go!
Oh my, the computers weren't even trying this time. Like, they were trying a lot harder when it came to the hot air balloon. And now we've returned to Springfield, where for some reason we're in the nuclear power plant, but it's a TV studio. Where's Kent Brockman? Ah, son of a... that was my mistake. Hello, are you out of material? Ah. And then when he throws his hat, he's got another hat underneath it. Ah. Although, like, the usage of a TV set, or sorry, a TV production studio becomes basically an excuse to have a variety of highly specific enemies. Wow. I thought I was dead from the first blast. Ah, damn it. Ah, I'll be switching off of Marge pretty quickly, I suppose. Alright, who's next? Homer, I think?
Homer!
Alright, let's get Hat Thrower first, so that Hat Thrower cannot... How rude. Alright, now that Hat Thrower is gone, we can focus on the robots. But yeah, I don't remember if I actually completed this thought, but like with Double Dragon 1, I feel as though like as you're punching guys, it's very easy for them to like just interrupt your combo constantly. Whereas like in future beat 'em ups, you generally aren't interrupted mid-combo. And like The Simpsons is closer to Double Dragon in that you're often interrupted mid-combo, and I feel like a lot of that is just so you could spend more quarters at that machine. Though it doesn't, like, when you switch it to free play, like, X-Men suffers from free play. Not because of the loss of the extra money you have to spend, but because of the special move. The special moves are tied to your health bar, and if you have infinite lives, then who cares how many special moves you use? Like, The Simpsons doesn't really have a special move tied to your health bar. You just... which, it does make things limiting for the player to fight bad guys. Whereas, like, with the X-Men game, like, that special move, because it was tied to the health bar, it meant that you used it sparingly, because it was almost literally a pay-to-win strategy back before pay-to-play games existed. You are more, like, if health hit was in quarters, and you used health to do extra damage to the players on screen, then, yeah, that special move was a pay-to-win attack. And when you have unlimited health, then you just can crank them out. You just keep spamming special moves because you didn't need to worry about whether or not you died or not. Whereas with here, like, putting it on free play does not change your strategy. I mean, it makes you more likely to play it on your YouTube channel without worrying about taking hits, because you can take as many hits as you want and play incredibly badly and still achieve victory. But that's another story. For another time. For now, let's just fight these purple ninjas? Like... And this guy? Don't know who he's supposed to be. Ah. Ah. Also, I noticed there's, like, no invulnerability after hits. Alright, we're switching to Bart's. Ah, excellent. He has begun to flash. No, that is not excellent, because the phrasing is very poor, especially with a child in the room. But at the very least, his health is running out. So, with any luck, Bart will defeat him. I don't even want to think about right now how many of the Simpsons family I'm going to have to go through just for the final fight alone, because that is a lot of hits that Smithers and Burns can very easily get on you. There we go. Good job, Bart. You did it.
Who the hell are you?
I don't know who the hell that guy is. Not a Simpsons character. Oh, look, it's Mr. Smithers. And the baby. Oh, yeah, we were just at a TV studio. For some reason, I assumed I was at the nuclear power plant. Now we're at the nuclear power plant, but there isn't even a whole level for the nuclear power plant. It's just one final fight. I think. Yes, there we go. Okay. I was wondering if my memory had betrayed me.
Welcome to my world.
Yes, that's definitely what Mr. Smithers sounds like. Mr. Smithers, release the robotic. Oh man, Richard Simmons. Wow, that took me way too long to remember. Release the robotic Richard Simmons. Oh no, it's out of control. All right. Ah. I need to do a better job picking up these bombs and using them for my own nefarious deeds. Because he is taking a lot of it. And, you know, at the very least, like, even though you take a lot of hits, you get back up pretty quickly. I can name a couple games. Actually, let's just name one. Like, I found Double Dragon 4 to be kind of a pain in the butt because you're constantly getting knocked down and it takes so long. To pick yourself back up. Oh. He's done. No flashing health bar for him. Look out, it's Mr. Burns. Robotic. With whoever did the voice for that. Definitely didn't bother to sound excellent. Like, that's a voice clip from the show. But clearly the welcome to your grave suckers was from not even a very good sound-alike. Ah, 60 watts. What do you think this is, a tanning salon? See, this isn't... See, at least this is neat because it goes through several phases, and you think you're done, and you go through another phase. There's always something else. Though it would have been nice if, like, your strategy changes, because even though this is, like, phase 2, he's kind of more or less doing the same moves as he did in the previous one. Just closer to the ground. Oh, yeah. This one's a little bit trickier simply because as a hovercraft, he moves around a lot faster. Ah, and he has that fancy lasers. He's got a lot of extra moves. Oh. I do appreciate the visual deterioration of his craft. Ah. Is he gonna start flashing, or does he just fall apart to the point in which he eventually dies? Nah. It's fine. We're almost there. Victory's right around the corner, I swear. Maybe. Okay, maybe Marge will finish the job. Maybe it'll be up to Homer. It's gonna be close. Oh, there we go. I think we got him. And we've done it! We've saved Maggie. Where's the diamond, anyway? Did they not bother to make a version of Maggie with the diamond?
Maggie!
And we've saved the day. That was the Simpsons arcade game. It's still fun. Probably would be way more fun with other people. By myself, it's okay. For now, though, got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.